My payments were $1,250 a month on Affirm and Klarna, that is. When I started this thing at the end of March, it can get worse. I really want to warn people about the pitfalls of buy now, pay laters.
So when you hear that $1,250 for the buy now, pay later apps, you might feel shocked, or actually you could be in the same boat yourself, to be honest. Hi, I'm Maria, the Maria Fadi on all socials. And on this channel, I help you look good and share helpful tips to help you achieve your goals. And if you're ready, let's get into it. Why are so many people turning to buy now, pay later apps, and what's the real cost? So today we're not only going to be breaking down the financial side of your shopping habits, but also the psychology and the tactic used by these companies. About 8 months ago, I did do a video and how it's a really easy way to fall into the snowball of debt.
This is my Afterpay, and I'm going to do a haul of all the things I've been buying. It's actually from last month. It's Afterpay is getting out of hand. Once I pay off this little purchase, I am deleting the whole entire app.
This is not just one person doing it. Statistic and research has shown that a lot of Gen Z and millennials are now turning to buy now, pay later more than ever. They see it as a way to kind of stick it to the man when it comes to the institutions of credit unions and all of those things.
And what you think in your head, oh, $50 here, $15 here, but it all adds up and it gets out of control. And literally, I went viral for having 44 loans. And before that, it was like closer to 50. And I have it down
Lord. Klarna, PayPal, Affirm, all of these buy now, pay later programs get you to use their apps. You just have to make this payment within 4, typical, not all, but typical is 4 payments. You make it and there's no interest. Now, if you're very smart, like I said in my other video, you're so great with planning, and you knew you were going to use a layaway plan, because let's be honest, right? Buy now, pay later plan is an installation style of plan. It's like a layaway plan.
This is my TV. Yeah, I think I saw your patio set and pool.
Once I have all the money, I'll pay them off.
You know, you could just use Kmart layaway for nearly everything in the store or online any day of the year.
Well, you're very nice.
Oh.
At Kmart, almost everything can be. Take Samsung home today and enjoy it while you make small payments. Problem solved. Choose from Samsung TVs, gaming computers.
I said it before and I'll say it again. It's very popular in recession times or times where people are having hard times that they may be in during that time, right? Finances are hard, things are hard. Layaway plans become available. It was very popular in the 2008, 2010 eras. We talked about this before if you're familiar from my other video, but it is a layaway plan, meaning that you will eventually pay interest on it if you exceed that limit, that time period that they give you. So if you make those payments in 4 payments and you're good and you paid it off, great, no interest, you literally just took out that money in an installation, right? In a payment, in a layaway plan. But the moment you hit that next level, that's where this happens, where you've now racked it up. Most people will rack it up. And that's what I'm saying. If you're amazing at it, great. But I think that's probably like 1% of the population. I don't even know what the percentage will be, but it is enticing to put it on different websites, to just put it on your Affirm and PayPal. And we've seen people talking about this, like I said, 8.5, 9 months ago in my other video, right? People scared of the payments coming and trying to cancel different bank accounts so that they don't catch them because it's linked to your bank account. So they will come for that money before you even know it. You know how Apple or like any of your subscriptions immediately take that money out? Same thing. So the moment you try to trick them, now you have a problem because they are dinging your account. They're still watching you. It's honestly just a sign of how spending habits has shifted in our culture now. People are willing to, especially as we're approaching the holidays now, okay? Holiday spending is one of the biggest times that people tend to go into debt, trying to buy for everyone, buy for themselves, all of that type of stuff. So I am 100% sure we're gonna see an increase of, again, just like it was last year, on holiday spendings through these buy now, pay later programs. So if you are watching this and you've already been thinking about it, take a moment, pause. Because the interest rates, when you actually don't make those payments that are the interest-free payments, if you don't make it, the interest rates are very similar to credit card interest rates. So now, say you had a credit card debt, now you also have this debt.
but it adds up, and then you are in a chokehold. And in some ways, it is worse than having credit card payments. It's
Correct.
crazy.
Correct.
$1,250 a month.
And yes, whether they report to Consumer Finance Bureau or they do not, it is still phantom debt, silence debt. You still have someone you have to pay to. So they are still watching your account, trying to make sure you pay, right? Whatever accounts you try to open, they're going to go there. They're going to try to find you. So you owe debt. Like, you really aren't. I mean, I really would like to see someone actually has gotten away with it. If you have gotten away with it, I mean, maybe you're giving yourself away, but if you've gotten away with it, maybe share some hacks below for someone else. But I'm not condoning that, because I don't actually think it works. That's what I'm saying. At the time of my video, the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, these buy now pay later programs were not reporting to the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, right? In May 2024, that changed. So now there are some protections for consumers. So if you have a complaint, if you have some kind of grievance with this company, you're not kind of stuck, because like I mentioned, most of these companies were fintech companies, financial tech companies. So they were governed by their own rules. So if you have a grievance and you end up just bouncing from someone's email to another email to another email, you may never get it resolved. But now you actually have a course of action that protects you as a U.S. citizen, right? It wasn't what it was before. So all these buy now pay later programs or apps, I would say, make their money in subtle ways. Merchant fees, when you make those purchases online, right? Late fees, just like we mentioned, if you go past that 4, you're now in the late fee, interest rate era, okay? And then they incentivize you overspending, because every time you go to anybody who shops, and I know this because I am obviously shopping a lot, whenever I go somewhere, it is literally, you can buy this now and pay later. Buy this now and pay later. This could be 4 payment plans. Literally could be like a $50 shirt, 4 payment plan of $12.50. Why? How the buy now pay later options pop out when you're about to shop, it's no accident. It incentivizes you to break down that payment. So now, that luxury bag that you had at $2,500, rather than being like, listen, I'm just gonna have to save up for that. Now you think you can just get it in like what? And don't get me wrong, that's the same thing as credit cards, right? Correct. I guess maybe you got 4 free payments out of it, but you are now locked in that. You're not fooling anyone, is what I'm saying. But they incentivize you to do it because every single page gives you that option to do it. And if you're the kind of person which you're already kind of prone to overspending, prone to getting yourself into debt, that's exactly the kind of person that would click on these apps and go on it anyway, right?
I have done grocery. I have purchased concert tickets. I have purchased Airbnb. I have gotten my car fixed on Affirm and Klarna. All kinds of stuff. It's
marketed as convenient. No credit check, instant approval. We get you in right now. You are out within seconds. Exactly. If it sounds too good to be true, you kind of have to question it, in my opinion. And that's why, again, I never use buy now pay later. I want to. I have friends who've done it. They talk about it all the time. I just can't, because again, the silent debt is what gets me. I rather just know blank, like my blank slate. Yes, I owe this much money. Not like, oh yeah, and also this one on this website that I bought it from, that website. Like, what? Easy to lose track of all those payments when you had, paid one for Mango and you did one for Farfetch, and then you went over to the other site and then you bought some, I don't know, whatever you wanted to buy. You were going crazy. Went to Target, you used it, we're everywhere, because it's literally everywhere, right? So you're going from site to site, buying. How do you keep track of it all? Exactly. That's part of the trap. But buy now, pay later really taps into just, instant gratification. You can get it right now. You don't have to wait for it. You don't worry about it. Think about it later. And I talk about the think about it later technique. Oh, it's for me. We'll happen for. Wrap it up. That buy now, pay later program is they make seemingly small little payments seem almost incentivized, like you're getting to a goal of that thing you bought, right? So you feel, oh my God, like, yes, I am breaking it down by this many payments. It's not that bad, right? Makes those luxury things feel accessible now. So Millennials, Gen Z were obviously shopping at an all-time high in luxury. Why? A lot of it also was attributed to the buy now later program. It normalizes debt as another line item, as another way to just get into your luxury bag. And that's not the way to do it. It is obviously done intentionally. They don't, they even tell you now, like I said, on a photo of like whatever you're about to add to the cart, you can add this to your cart and it only costs this much. They want you to feel like, don't worry, it's so small. When you actually break it down, it won't really matter at the end. And that's part of the psychology tactics, the tricks that they're using to get you. Brands pay this BNPL, because that's buy now pay later, right? These BNPL companies, knowing it's going to lead to bigger checkout carts, it's going to lead to more money being spent on their site. It is not an accident. Everyone is in this for profit. And so that's why when you step back and you realize, why is someone being so nice to me? Because at the end of the day, they're going to make money off of you, more than likely. It sends us a message. You deserve this, so why wait? You deserve this, so why wait? Because you need to. Sometimes gratification and working for something is like, that's what makes it sweet. That's what makes it nice when you get it, because you actually work for it. It felt like, you earned it. We as humans always want to earn something. We want to work for something. We want to feel like we got somewhere by putting a little bit of work into it. It gives us, like, that's why people do gardening. That's why people go on walks and work out. And you want to put an effort that makes you feel like you tried. If you're feeling overwhelmed by all these BNPL apps, you are not alone. I've mentioned this a lot. A lot of people are doing this. Obviously, that's why we are talking about this at all. It is through all like generations at this point, but I would definitely say big with millennials, big with Gen Z, right? So a lot of people are doing this. You're not alone. I have friends, besties, people I love in my life that are doing this. But the step one thing you want to do is take an inventory of all of the sites that you've done this on. You're gonna have to just write it down, whether it's in your phone, whether it's on an Excel sheet somewhere. Like this person in this video said, taking an inventory or a stock of all of the things that they actually took loans out on and actually owe. That was the beginning of taking that step to reducing those costs, right? You have to re-examine your relationship with money. If it's always this like front attack, I will always buy now and I will just pay for it later. I've had that mentality too. It never works. It is intentionally done so you stay in that mindset, so it will never work. I would love to see someone who has that mindset and is amazingly great with money. Maybe they were born into money. That's a different thing, right? But if they actually just like was a working class person, I would love to see how that works with their finances without it being problematic. Like I said, there are good debt and there are bad debt. You want to know what the good debts are. Don't forget to check out my other video on the buy now, pay later epidemic and what this really means for you. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And until next time, bye.